So this is my recording for Yakusoku no Neverland, episode 5. And today I will be reviewing episode 5 using a different method or technique. Um, I first I will be showing to you the video recording of Yakusoku no Neverland, but I will only partially show the subtitles because of copyright issues. So let's discuss this episode. What I do love about Ray and Norman's confrontation, first of all, it's their confrontation in the manga is much more intense because of the inner monologues. And although I love the inner monologues that were included in Yakusoku no Neverland manga, I think this is about chapter 13 to chapter 14. I really love the composition, the color schemes, the highlights, the facial expressions that Norman and Ray were showing when they were confronting each other. And then Ray and Norman really reminds me of L and Light Yagami from Death Note because they have those same vibes that are battling wits of minds and so forth. I really love the music or the OST Existence of Traitor that's produced or that's provided or applied in the scenes between Norman and Ray. Norman and Ray are two geniuses and they're excellent in provoking each other or battling wits against each other. In the manga, I really love how Ray looks more mature because he's drawn mature in the first arc of the manga or the series. I'm really saddened by the fact that his character arc is only highlighted or is very prominent in the first arc. After the arc, after the Gracefield escape arc, he doesn't show that much initiation anymore, unlike when he was still a double agent in Gracefield escape arc. I really love Ray's addition or contribution to the episodes or to the anime or to the first arc of the manga because first of all he's acting as a double agent. His purpose is to save and make sure that Norman and Emma live until they're 12 years old. So he wants them to live at their peak. We know that Ray, even when I was watching this for the third time, I think for the third time or for the fourth time, because I really love Yakusoku no Neverland, that I watched both English sub and dub versions, I still have a creepy vibe about Ray. I still have this intimidating vibe that I'm getting from Ray whenever I listen to him, whenever I listen to his voice, whether in the sub or in the dub. And oh my gosh, he still gives me the creeps. And when he smiles just menacingly, he smiles menacingly somewhere in here. He has that look that it's as if I'm not looking at the right person. Is he okay on his mind? The way that Pascal Demisu draws his hands is really phenomenal because the hand drawings are showing to the viewers or to the readers how much a tactician that Ray is. Like, look at the emphasis on the hands, just very phenomenal. Norman is also shown as cool-headed, but in this arc, he's shown as somewhat like with those freaky eyes where his eyes are just bulging like that. It's very disturbing to see, and it's also disturbing for the viewers that we are seeing a Norman who is whose mind is kind of like shaken because he wants to protect Emma, but without Ray's help he wouldn't be able to do everything that he can. Like that is Ray's weird smile. And of course we know that I really see Ray here as a kind of like an antagonist when I was first reading the manga, because that's how he was presented. He's working for Mama Isabella, and then later on I realized that he's a double agent, so he's kind of like forgivable or sympathizable or something like that. And then we have Norman's dream. I really love how in the manga they detailed this more. Norman was holding dead bodies of Ray and Emma, but in the but in the anime, it's only like he's only holding Emma's body. I really don't know why they excluded Ray in the equation, but I really love the friendship among the three, and I'm disappointed that Ray was not included. Ray was included in the dream, but he wasn't included as the one of the persons that Norman was hugging, and I think that's a very, very important impact regarding Norman's personality, that he wanted to save all of them, including Ray. What else is going to be discussed? The highlights of this episode. One thing that I'm kind of disappointed that were cut. Don and Gilda were shaken when Mom praised them in the manga because their scores were higher. That was a cut. That scene was cut in the anime because the anime is only broadcasted for 22 minutes. And to be honest, I feel like when I was watching this anime, because of the tension and the suspense and the build-up that were established in this show or in this episode, it feels as if the 22 episodes swiftly gone by. So Emma was really mad when she discovered that that Ray sacrificed so many of their brothers and sisters. I mean, I would have loved to know the like some sort of prequel before TPN, before episode 1, regarding how Ray is trying to come up and build the tracking device. I mean the thing to make to render the transmissions on their ear nullified. I really would love to see how Ray nullifies them and how he creates those things out of the rewards that he collected from Mama Isabella. And I would also have loved to see how he sacrificed his brothers and sisters, like how he sacrificed the other siblings, whom we know he did it on purpose to test on them. And those kids' shipping points were bumped up. Like, did he had some kind of grudge on them, or like did Ray had some like childish whim or childish grudge? That's why he purposely intended to do so. Like, so many things could have been fleshed out, but as you know, the first arc of the series is only 37 or 35 chapters, 35 to 37 chapters. And looking at Emma, so mad that she has to hold Ray in here like that, so angry, like it's really disturbing. She looks at him with those creepy, soulless eyes. Angry Emma is very disturbing as well. In the manga, it was just like this scene was shown like it's as if in a black painted background, and so you can really feel the darkness and anger that's within Emma. What else should I say here? I really don't like, well, she forgives easily, and in this scene in the manga, she holds both Norman and Ray's hands, which I find very sweet. Like, she's not the person who is sidelined to a romantic interest, not just to Norman, but she's very like in after the Gracefield escape arc, she's kind of like tied, I guess, in a stronger bond with Ray, because that's what happened in the post Gracefield escape arc. In the manga, she really hold out their hands, and I really am disappointed that was not shown in the anime. That's why I read the manga first instead of watching the anime. First, because the manga has more stories to tell or more panels. What else is on highlight here? Like, I can really feel Dawn's agitation when Emma disclosed to them that there's a hidden room. Ray told Dawn like there's no benefit in breaking into Mama's secret room because it would not be beneficial. I can really understand Don's frustration. He really thought that Connie's alive, and because of his frustration, it's making him agitated. And I really wish that that they could have somehow disclosed it to Dawn and Gilda sooner than later, because I guess Dawn would have been more trusting of them had the trio disclosed the truth to them. But on the other hand, it's not going to be that easy to break the news to them that, oh, Con is dead and our other siblings have died many years ago because they've been shipped off to demons, or demons have been eating them, or demons ate them. So no wonder Dawn is like agitated or angry. I really love the determination that Gilda is showing in this first arc. Dawn and Gilda, like, they're the perfect duo to combat the trio, Ray, Emma, and Norman, regarding the escape. And that's why I love the Gracefield arc so much. It's so precious, and I really wish that the second season is gonna be this exciting, because the Promised Neverland Season 1 has both horror, thrill, and mystery vibes to it, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be the same for the second season. I wish they maintained that atmosphere, that dark atmosphere. Gilda's determined as well to help Dawn in his quest to on the secret room, and when I was reading that on the manga, I cannot stop. I really love how they show the cliffhanger here when the door is opening, because we don't know if Mama Isabella's coming in, but it really increases the hype, and you really want to you really want to get the next volume. Just read it, volume 3, just read it swiftly, and or open the next chapter, watch the next episode 6. So that's most of episode 5. Really fabulous chapter. They couldn't have done it better. I wish coming into Promised Neverland, watch it unspoiled. Don't be spoiled by the manga, or if you're gonna read the manga, don't be spoiled by the anime. So really excellent. Oh, and there's one more thing that I would like to add. In Norman's dream, the demon is actually a demon with Mama Isabella's head, but it's not shown in this in the anime version, of course. In the anime version, it's only showed with the demon's head, but it really is Mama Isabella, I think, who's in there. I hope you can see. Well, thank you so much for listening to my episode 5 review of The Promised Neverland, and let me know what you think. Thank you, and bye.